Hi everybody. A natural destination for the apps you build is on an app store. And in this short video, I'm going to talk about how to take your Android app and package it up to deploy to the Google Play Store. So in part of explaining this, I'm going to be throwing some words at you which may seem a little bizarre, a little arcane. So let me explain what they mean. So by default, the binaries that you build for Android are what are known as unsigned debug builds. They're unsigned in that the validity of who built them isn't verified. They're also debug in that there's metadata and content in these files that allows you to optimize for debugging your application and doing things that an end user might not want to do. So the solution is, in order to submit a package, which is an APK for short, to the Google Play Store, the binaries you create need to be both signed and built in release mode. And you'll see shortly what they all mean in this very quick demo I have on how to sign an Android package. So I'm in Visual Studio right now. And what I'm going to do first is just create a new project to show you what exactly is going on when a project gets built. I'm going to go to File, New Project, and let me create a new Apache Cordova app that's JavaScript based, and just call this one Signing Demo. All right. So the first thing we're going to do while the project's getting created is in the debug toolbar, we've seen lots of examples of being able to change the platform and the target device or simulator or RIPL you're trying to deploy to. What I'm going to do right now is change the solution configuration from debug to release. And without doing anything else, let me just point to a device. Let me build my application. And I do that by using the build menu's build solution command. And while the project is being built, let me go to the folders that get generated as a build is happening. So I have the current signing demo project open in Windows Explorer. And I'm going to go into bin, and let's go into the Android directory. Let's wait for the project to get built before I navigate further. And we'll take a look at the contents that you'll see inside there. All right, you see a notice now that says build succeeded. So let me now go to my bin directory. Let me go to Android, release. And you'll see a bunch of files that are created. The ones that are most interesting are the ones with the APK file extension. Notice right here I have Cordova app -release -unsigned. So the release flag comes in because I actually built for a release configuration. The unsigned part is what I want to fix next. To sign a file, the way Cordova does it is in your res native Android folder, you have an ant.properties file. This file specifies the location of the key you want to sign your project in, as well as some other information like the alias and the password needed. To help specify the key and other properties needed to properly sign our package, I'm going to be using a tool called KeyTool that Google releases as part of the Java development kit. So in an administrator command prompt, which I've already opened, navigate to the directory your JDK is installed. By default, Visual Studio installs it to your program files x86 directory, Java, and then a JDK directory that corresponds to the version of the JDK you're using. In this case, I'm in 1.70. And in the bin directory, there's a tool called KeyTool. And let me type it in. So this is the tool that basically takes all the arguments it needs to generate a key that validates that you are the person who is building and declaring this application ready for deployment. The arguments are fairly long, and you can find documentation for it. I've already copied it into memory, so I'm just going to paste it in here. And let's walk right through it. I specify the key tool. The important things to note are the key store value, which is the location on my disk where the key will be created, which in this case will be the C drive, and release.key is the file that will be generated. My alias is C, and then some other properties that specify the type of security that will be used to sign the key. I'm going to hit enter now. And as part of hitting enter, the tool will ask a lot of questions that you'll need to fill in. For example, enter key store password. I'm going to type in PASSWORD. And I'm hoping your password will be more secure. And let me retype it again to validate that I remembered it. And now my first and last name. And there'll be a few more questions you need to make sure that you answer. I'm going to quickly go through these. Organization is Microsoft. City is Redmond. State is Washington. And the country is the US. And all this information looks good. Now, once I've created the key, you'll see that it'll ask for one more question about a password. The file will now be created in my C drive. Let me go there to make sure it looks right. There you go. You see release.key that is now showing up in my C drive. Now all that remains is for me to specify the values I created earlier into the ant.properties file that I showed you in Visual Studio. So the key.store is the location on disk of the actual key, in which case it is my C drive. I'm double slashing it to avoid any escape issues. Release.key. Let me make sure the name is correct. My alias was Krupa C, and my password is PASSWORD. Yes, it is displayed in plain text in your project. And I'm going to save this file. And now let me build my application one more time. I'm going to go to Build, hit Build Solution. And while it's going on, let me go ahead and open the folder again and navigate to the release directory, where hopefully the signed binaries that are also in release mode will be available. And the project is still being built. So here, build has succeeded. And notice that now you have Cordova app-release.apk. And this is the package file that is both in release mode, and it also has been signed, because that -unsigned flag is no longer there as part of the name. And this is where you can submit to the Google Play Store to have an application that you can distribute to have other people use. All right, that was a quick look at how to sign a package for the Google Play Store. And if you want to download the tools to try it out for yourself, go to ak.ms/Cordova. And if you have any questions along the way, post on Stack Overflow, use the tag Visual Studio Cordova, or tweet to us at vscordovatools.com. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.